Hi, David Stone here, and today what I want to talk to you about is something that one of the readers of my blog asked me. Sent me an email, and he said, basically, I think I made a wrong decision a while back, and I think I got myself going down a road that is turning out to be the wrong one. How do I back up and get myself on track? And that's a great question, because so many of us find ourselves in that situation, right? We came to a fork in the road. We went one way, and then, short way or even a long way down the road, we discovered, this isn't working out the way I'd hoped it would. And what might those things be? Well, it might be a career that you're pursuing. It might be a relationship they're in, or frankly, even a marriage that you're in. It might be an education stream that you've been pursuing. There's all kinds of things that we've headed down these roads only to discover that this isn't working out the way I'd want. What do I do now? Because we often think, well, I've invested so much in this, I don't want to lose the time and the effort and the emotion and often the money that I've invested in this thing. How do I back up? Well, my wife Gail and I, we love to take road trips. We'll hop in the car and drive 500-600 miles at the drop of a hat. And one of our constant companion on these road trips is our little GPS navigator thing, and it sticks on the windshield. We call her Carmen. What's Carmen saying now? You remember the old video game Carmen Sandiego. It was a TV show too. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? That's why we call her Carmen. Anyway, what happens is we'll punch in a destination that we want Carmen to take us to, and then if we get off track, her little female voice pops up and says, recalculating, and we always get a giggle when that happens because we've obviously taken a side road somewhere. And that's what happens in our life too. We've gotten off the track that we set ourselves, and we have to recalculate. And that's easy, and the best way to do that is to go back to the time and the mindset that when you were in when you set that original destination. You said, I want to pursue this career. I want to marry this person. I want to go into and follow this education stream. Why did you make that decision in the first place? What were your drivers? What were your motivators at the time? What did you believe at that time? And go back, put yourself back in that situation, and then ask yourself, are these things still valid for me? Do I still believe that this is a career that I want to choose? Do I still believe that this is a person that I want to spend a very long time with, maybe even the rest of my life? Do I still believe, am I still as interested in this subject matter as I was when I first applied to get into this college degree or whatever it was? Now, the other thing you have to ask is, what were my motivators at the time? Were your motivators that you yourself, your authentic self, were genuinely interested in this? I was genuinely in love with this person. I was genuinely passionate about this occupation. Or did you make those decisions for social pressure, or what others might think of you, or because this is how I can make a good living? How many times have you heard, and maybe even you yourself, well, I became a doctor because my dad was a doctor. I became an engineer because my mother was an engineer, and I was told this is a way to make a good living. Or I decided to get married because I realized time was passing, and everybody else was getting married, so it seemed to be my best option. Is that why you made that original decision? If that's why you made the original decision, it's time to make a new decision. You are allowed to make a new decision. Frequently on our road trips, we'll be going along with one destination plugged into Carmen, and then we'll change our minds and say, no, we thought that's where we wanted to go, but now we'd like to go here instead. You are allowed to change your mind. and set a new destination for yourself. Now, if you go back and your motivators for the original decision are in fact correct, then it's just a matter of renewing your commitment to that destination. But if you discover that your motivators for that original destination are no longer valid, then you owe it to yourself to change and punch in a new destination for yourself, for your career, for your relationship, for your education, for whatever it is you want. Because what a terrible shame it would be if you spent even more time pursuing something that you realize is not what you're after, is not where you want to go. Give yourself the permission. Be brave enough to say, no, I'm rethinking this and I'm changing my mind. There is nothing wrong with that. In fact, there's everything right with that. Because being true to yourself is all that you ever have. Can you imagine? I mean, fast forward, be your 90-year-old self and talk to your today self about this decision, about, do I rethink where I've gone? What would your 90-year-old self say? You hear about so many people in the end of life saying the things that they regret is not the things that they did, it's the things that they failed to do. So if you're discovering that original track that you set for yourself some time ago turns out to be not the track that you're wanting to be on now, please, for your sake, for everybody's sake, change your mind now. And if you're struggling with changing your mind, if you want to talk to somebody about it, then please get in touch with me. I would be thrilled and honored to talk to you about that. So there's my email right there. Get in touch with me. Say, David, I'd like to chat with you about changing the course that I'm on, about recalculating, as Carmen says. I will promise I will get back to you. I would love to talk to you. And if you're enjoying these videos, then please comment down below. Tell me what you think of them. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, and join me back here again for another one very, very soon. I'm loving doing these. I'm loving sharing them with you. So I'll see you real soon.